Hello, I'm Elizakov, a medical intuitive and a wealth activator, and this is another episode of Inside Healing. A new episode goes live every Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern Time, 10 to 12 minutes of insight and healing. I mean, what more can we ask for? I would love to know in comments how this episode went for you. So let's dive in. So today is all about overwhelm, about clearing all that mental clutter that we carry in our mind. And for the insight, I want to kind of speak about the overall umbrella for all the fears, anxiety, and the need to control, which really is anxiety. Anxiety, by the way, is when you are used to controlling and you just cannot control something. So your anxiety amps up. But the umbrella of all of that, are you ready? The umbrella of all that is, I guess, partly our nervous system, but living in the survival mechanisms. So being on high alert is a survival mechanism. Needing to control things is a survival mechanism. Living in the past and really fearing the future, or needing to know and plan to every moment, is a survival mechanism. And that's really masculine. So living in your masculine is very much, well, I shouldn't say that. We want a balance of the masculine and feminine. But when we are lacking the feminine, which is going with the flow and ease of life, then we are very much just living in the masculine, which is the organized, which is really important, right? But a little bit rigid and needing things to be a certain way, and maybe even a little bit unflexible in your not leaving room for magic. So you can see then how when a sudden change happens, or when something suddenly stops, or when there's a lot, or if the same thing happens in life or in a community or in the collective, how even yours and others is already amplified by your unhealed, I should have also said that, your unhealed traumas, your unhealed emotions that are keeping you in the trauma, in your survival mechanisms. And then because our nervous system is so amped up, trying to manage our needing to control and living in our survival mechanism, we're more in our sympathetic, which is a fight or flight, or also freeze. So another thing that happens, so when we are overwhelmed or when we are triggered, we want to fight, we flee, we run from the situation, we just like disappear, or we do something that is very common, is we freeze. We kind of come to a deadlock and we're not able to move forward or backwards. So today is about the overwhelm and clearing some of that mental stuff. But I really thought it was important to make it clear that all of this is from the stuff that's living in you, that is unsettled still, that's unhealed still, that's influencing your nervous system, and that's making you triggered. Because remember, triggers are when one part of unhealed part of you, usually the inner child, is hurt. Something happens and that inner child reacts, and then you get triggered. So that's a whole other episode. Today, I want to really work with overwhelm. And then I'm going to give you another sacred activation, which is a sacred geometry. So it works with the energetic lines of your tree of life, and it will rejuvenate your mind and body. It will also help you with cognition and memory and more vibrancy. How does that sound? Please let me know in comments. I would love to hear. But this is such an important episode. I think I say that every time. But gosh, if everybody took time, and it takes time, it won't be a rush job, to heal the parts of themselves that are still hurting, that are still in pain, they're still in fear. The overwhelm, we still might get overwhelmed moments when we have a deadline at work, or when we're getting married and there's so much to do, but it wouldn't be the same constant buzzing over your head or in your head. Wow, this is a really great theme. And it's funny, I'm saying a lot more than what I even planned to say. And I honestly believe that everybody, even the people that you think are jolly or the ones that seem calm, everybody can use more clearing of their old traumas, the inner child, and the emotions like anger, shame is a biggie, etc. All right, let's take a few breaths together and let's go to the healing portion. This one will be good to do. Not every day, maybe like once a week or when you feel called, twice a week if that's what you need, or whenever you need it. So subscribe and or save this. I think there's a way to save this video. Take a few breaths. Let every exhale bring you into your body. Inhale a white light up beyond the crown of the head. Exhale out your nose and you in the white light go down, down, down to all the layers of Mother Earth until you get to the heart of Mother Earth. If you see a bench or a chair, go ahead and sit or lay down. And out loud, if possible, say, I open up to receive. I'm worthy of releasing what does not serve me. I mean, ultimately, that's where ease of mind comes from. And that's where greater clarity for your life and not just for your goals and intentions, but I'm talking more about your well-being. I mean, yeah. All right, here we go. Accept to receive, starting to an overwhelm deactivation. So basically, it's a deactivation, but it's deactivating and also activating what you need. Here we go. What I'm also doing is while I'm running these two activations, you're actually getting galactic Arcturian energy to upgrade your nervous system. Because as I mentioned, the nervous system is actually huge, huge in healing, in easing the mind, and even in easing the body and the heart. I'm going to start the second one, that's sacred geometry, uh, to repair your energetic lines of your tree of life, which will help energize your mind and body, will help with cognition and memory and vibrancy. It's like, yes, please. And this is a foundation. What I mean by that is actually there's only a few sacred geometry activations, and this is one of them. It's very potent, I love the sacred geometry, sacred activations. Here we go. Take a few more breaths. This will continue to run for several hours. Make sure you drink water. Maybe you take a walk outside as this continues to run and repair. Then inhale that white light up beyond the crown of the head. Exhale out your nose, and you and the white light go down to your heart center. And just take a few breaths, expanding the light in your chest cavity. And say this out loud if possible. I am fully back into my body, fully grounded, supported, and loved. I'm fully back into my body, fully grounded, supported, and loved. I'm fully back into my body, fully grounded, supported, and loved. And begin to wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. And when you're ready, go ahead and open up your eyes. Let me know in comments how this was for you. And as I said, I was running a nervous system of great energy from the Arcturians the whole time. So I guess you guys got a little bonus. I'd love to know how this went for you. Subscribe so you never miss a moment of insight and healing, and share with someone that can use a little greater ease. I mean, can't we all? Like, yes, please. As always, it's a great, great honor to serve in this way in any capacity. And the fact that you're showing up and taking these 10 to 15 minutes to allow me to be part of your life in some way means so much. As always,